Hey, Kendall, by the way, before we start, I should mention it was my birthday last week.
Oh, happy birthday. I'm sorry I missed that.
Yeah, I rented out the whole Civic Center.
Oh, wow, that's big.
Well, I thought I would, celebrate in style.
Well, you look great. You don't look a day over 60.
Wait, what? No, I turned 50.
Ooh, sorry. Greg, can I ask you something? How long have you been having like a hard time?
Yeah, pretty much my whole life. I mean, the day I was born, I was so ugly the doctor slapped my mother.
Oh my gosh.
My dad took me to the beach once when I was a kid. People kept asking what he used for bait.
Did things get better as you got older?
Yeah, it's just as bad today. I went the other day to buy rat poison. The girl behind the counter, she said, "You want me to wrap this up or do you want to eat it here?"
Greg?
Yeah?
Is that why you started the podcast?
Yeah, probably. I guess I just figured if people are going to laugh at me, I might as well record it.
Well, I'm sorry I missed your birthday, but I did bring you something.
Wait, what? You didn't have to do that.
I know you make jokes about me sometimes, but I still wanted to show that I care about you.
Oh, wow, Kendall, that is so nice. Look at that. Wow. This is good. No, that's good. No.
Oh, well, I'm glad you like it.
No, that's good. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's episode of Houston County News. My name is Greg Ritchie. I'm messenger reporter. See, it says so right here. And welcome back to another edition. We've got a fun show and a different show for you this morning. But first, we didn't see Miss Kendall Hickson last week. Good morning, Kendall. How you doing?
Good morning. I am doing wonderful.
And the reason it's important we didn't see you is you and I had birthdays the same week.
Yes.
And I didn't know it was your birthday.
And I didn't know it was yours.
So happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you too.
Some of my birthday was actually on the podcast last week, if you saw that. But what did you do? Tell me about your birthday.
So my birthday, I went to College Station because that's where a lot of my family is, at least for my dad's side of the family. And I spent like the whole day there, went to church. Some of my friends and other family came and we swam even though it was freezing. And we had a great time. I cannot complain. It was a wonderful day.
I have had that happen to me where I go somewhere and you go look at the pool or look at the beach or whatever, and it's far too cold or cloudy or whatever. Or you just had a chili dog and you go, it's not really the time to swim, but you're there, the water's there, the bathing suit's there. You go, I'm getting in. Why not? Congratulations. We had a really nice time. If you, we're going to go over that a little later as well. But of course, the big Rodeo Queen Gala last night, that was a fun time.
It was a great time.
And so now we've got the rodeo coming up. And of course, obviously the big competitions.
Yes, there's so many.
Yes. Well, tell me a little bit about some. I know riding is the huge one, but what else is there?
So for the day that we did the gala, right before that at 3:00, we had our speeches. So that counts for, no one quote me on this, but probably like 20 to 40% of our total points.
Big
and
chunk.
then on Saturday or Sunday, we did our horsemanship, and that counts for like 60%. And that is like, if you win that, you have won Rodeo Queen.
Wow.
Because there's so many things that they're watching for. Like they're watching how you are, they're watching how your horse is, if you can catch this, if your foot's in the wrong spot, if your saddle's far back. Like,
oh yeah.
There's so many things. And then there's like the little kid events, there's publicizing, there's so much to it, but it is so worthwhile because you don't only grow as in your horsemanship, but you grow as a character too in your life.
Well, sure. I hope the podcast has helped with your speech just a little bit. I hope so. Well, I saw you. I got here a little early, and I saw you out the window galloping up on that old mule. I hope he's not. Is he going to be with you? Was he going to be?
Sadly, no.
Good. Well, congratulations. Hey, good luck.
Thank you.
I'm staying neutral.
Yes, sir.
But we did sponsor a little table, and we had an excellent time. And but that's not all that's going on. I know the big talent show's coming up. Tell me about that.
So the Piney Woods Fine Arts Talent Show is on May 16th, and there's going to be, I think, 12 acts, and there's so many youth from Houston County in it, and it is such a cool experience to be able to see that so many hidden talents that you would have never guessed that your best friend Joe had. It's amazing.
Now, should I ask you what your talent's going to be?
I'm going to be playing piano.
I knew you. See, I knew you weren't going to say, you know what? I went for juggling, burning swords just to try something new. How did I know it was going to be piano? Well, I talked with a young lady in Kennard. We got a story in the paper today. About some UIL events, and she mentioned to me that she plays guitar and bass, and I said, well, I know a young lady that plays piano, and I noodle a bit on the guitar. I said, we should form a trio.
That would be so cool.
And tour the country.
Yes.
Get all strung out on illegal substances. You know, be rude to the fans. Make a complete mess out of our lives. And thinking of all that, happy birthday to Willie Nelson, by the way. Hey, folks, coming up on the show, we're going to talk about the elections yesterday. We've got all the numbers, all the coverage, everything you need to know. And we had a few surprises, and I've got some thoughts on some, we'll just call them election-related things going on. Also, we're going to see some video from last night, that great Rodeo Queen Gala that they had. First time I've ever had that, and it was pretty well put together. We had a really good time. And we've got some other things going on. The Custom Cowboy Memorial was also yesterday. So we got some video of that. Don't go anywhere. We've got more to come right after this.
At Davy Crockett Grill, food isn't just what we serve. It's our passion. From pizza and catfish to pulled pork, burgers and steaks, and those free pork cracklings to snack on. This is home-style cooking done right.
Come see us at Davy Crockett Grill.
For comfort you can taste.
Well, folks, we had some big elections last night, you may have noticed, and I hope all of you voted. You know, I know the big national races are more fun and more glamorous, but honestly, these local votes, you know, this is our roads and our water and our schools and our taxes. Unfortunately, our property tax, you know, again, even when you pay off your home or your property, that property tax, you're going to pay rent basically until you die. I mean, it is what it is. But what the schools and the county and the cities and everything else do with that money, you know, this is where we decide who's going to represent us. So voter turnout was pretty low, unfortunately. But once again, I want to encourage everybody, please go out and vote. You know, read the newspaper, go on social media, learn about the issues and the candidates. There's plenty of information out there if you search. But first, here are the official election updates, race by race. Here we go. Well, folks, we want to start things off this morning by thanking our election sponsor, the good people down at C&C Heating and Air right here in Crockett. They've got everything you need to keep you cool in the summer and warm in the winter. They do all the parts, the service, the sales. 10 years in a row, ladies and gentlemen. They've been voted best of Houston County, and that is not an easy thing to do. So thank them again for sponsoring these results of the elections last night. Well, let's get started in the city of Crockett, where we had Precinct 3, 4, and 5 on City Council up for election. In Precinct 3, incumbent Natrina Hicks reelected. So you can see there by a fairly large margin. Precinct 3, the last couple of cycles, has had large numbers of absentee ballots and early voting. As you can see, a lot of people showed up for that. Not that many on Election Day itself. Natrina Hicks there winning re-election over challenger James Henry. Off in Crockett City Council for Precinct 4, Elbert Wayne Johnson defeated for re-election by Roy Rocky Simon. Also, larger than normal, it might seem, absentee ballots in that. And Roy Simon there getting the win, set to
head off and serve on City Council for Precinct 4. And Precinct 5, Mike Marsh retiring, and Hudson Duran obviously winning that race unopposed. Moving on now to Crockett Independent School District. In District 2, incumbent Stephen Tuggle surviving a challenge by Shabrika Krieg. A pretty close race on that one, but Stephen Tuggle will be going back to the Crockett ISD Board of Trustees. In the city of Grapeland, Mayor Velda Green reelected, no challenger for that position. On City Council, you had two of the challengers able to take seats. LaWanda Pennington winning that one, and Justin Lumberaz getting second place. Early Copeland coming in just a little bit short on that one. Over to Grapeland ISD Schools now for position 1. Travis Brown beating out Ryan Pennington to take his spot there, obviously on the board. Also, incumbent T.C. Howard unopposed in position 2, and he'll be back on the school board there. In Latexo ISD, trustee position number 1, Richard Waits winning that position over Natalie Kelly Langham. And in trustee position number 2, Marcus Torres there, running unopposed, winning that seat. We go now out to Kennard ISD, where, again, you get the top 2 vote getters. Those are the ones that will serve on the school board. Seema Patel Benj winning that one pretty handily. Jared Curry coming in second. And you can see there were several people vying for those 2 seats. And lastly this morning, Lovelady ISD had 3 open positions. In position 5, Will Crawford beat out Andrew Gensel in position 5. Over to position 6, Rusty Baker winning over Kyle Monk. And in position 7, Keith Driscoll running unopposed. We all know how East Texas weather can be. One morning, cold enough for the heater, and by the afternoon, you're turning on that AC. When your home can't decide between hot and cold, call the folks who handle both. C&C Heating and Air, keeping East Texas comfortable with fast, friendly service you can trust. From AC repairs and new systems to heater service and seasonal maintenance, they've got you covered year-round. Call C&C Heating and Air today at 936-544-5367. C&C Heating and Air. Hot or cold, we've got you covered.
I think the inspiration for what has brought us here to this day is a book written by one of our well-known local custom cowboys, Mr. Carol Langham, wrote a book called Custom Cowboys of Houston County. I believe that's been 10 years ago now, I think, Carol. And he wrote another book that was so popular he wrote a follow-up book to it.
All you need to be a custom cowboy with a truck and a trailer, horse and dog and ropes, hot shots, and a wife that works. Dad asked me one time if a cowboy got rained out. I said, no, he just gets rained on. If you don't go when it's raining, snowing, sleeting, below 0, you won't have a job when the weather's pretty. You got to go it all the time. There's so many ways to get hurt working cattle, you can't even dream them up. But you don't have to dread going to work. There's something different every day. You have no idea what you're going to come up when you leave the house in the morning. Caleb Braun told me one time, what I like about working with you, if something exciting ain't happening, you fit to make something exciting.
There's nothing like celebrating people that you know and you know of and you live with them in the whole community. It just makes a statement when you value the people that you live with. And so as the mayor of Crockett, I'm just so excited about this and all the other things that the community does as a whole. And so thank you so much. But it's just my honor today to share a proclamation with you. And there was a time I could read it without the glasses, but it doesn't work like that. I hit the 69 this week, and I'm excited about that too. Whereas the city of Crockett recognizes the deep-rooted heritage of ranching, agriculture, and horsemanship that has shaped the identity and the character of Houston County. Whereas generations of cowboys have contributed to the economic strength, the cultural traditions, the enduring value of hard work, integrity, and stewardship of the land. And whereas the term custom cowboys, coined by local cowboy Carol Langham, reflects a unique and respected group of skilled individuals who provided specialized livestock handling, ranch work, cowboy services throughout our region. And whereas the custom cowboys carried forth a proud way of life, often working long days under demanding conditions, embodying resilience, self-reliance, and a commitment to helping neighbors and fellow ranchers. And whereas this memorial stands as a lasting tribute to those who have passed, including but not limited to James Doc Ashley, Billy Crowson, Billy Christian, Johnny Frank Harrison, L.D. Patton, and many other custom cowboys whose contribution will never be forgotten.
It is a pleasure to be here. I am privileged to represent Houston County today. I'd like to thank, of which I'm a member, the Lions Club. Yes, I forgot my vest. I'm past president of the Lions Club. Among many others that made this possible is a special day for the Custom Cowboys of Houston County. I'm very privileged to have worked beside many of these guys. All these names, these plaques up here, and the ones that's still active today, some kind of inactive, but are still with us. I've had the privilege from time to time to help them, and so I know them all very well. Today we gather to remember the kind of cowboy that doesn't always make headlines, the working cowboy, the custom cowboy. Ones who didn't ride for show but rode because the job needed doing. Ones who worked cattle day in and day out in heat, dust, cold, without applause, but with pride. These guys carried more than the tools of their trade, the ropes and saddles. They carried responsibility, early mornings, long days, and the kind of grit that doesn't come from words, but from showing up again and again, no matter how hard it gets. They know the land, they respect the livestock, and they understand something many of us seem to have forgotten, that hard work done right is its own kind of honor. What made them special wasn't just skill, although they had plenty of it. It was character, quiet strength, loyalty, a willingness to do the job that needed doing even when nobody was watching. There were teachers too. Whether they meant to be or not, by the way they worked, the way they treated others, the way they acted, the way they faced hardship without complaint, they showed us what toughness really looks like. And although they may be gone from the ranches today, their legacy is still here. It lives in the land they cared for and the people they influenced, and in the values they carried: honesty, resilience, and a deep respect for the work that they did and that they do. So today we don't just mourn the passing of those whose names are on these plaques up here. We honor their way of life. A life that wasn't easy, but it was meaningful. A life that mattered. May we remember them not just for what they did, but how they did it. With grit, dignity, and heart. And may we carry a little of that forward with us.
Appreciate the introduction, and it was so inspiring that I might even hang around to see what I'm going to say. But he forgot to mention just a few things about me. I'm not saying that I'm half horse and half alligator like Davy Crockett did. But after last week training some cutting horses, I'm pretty safe in saying that I'm at least 1/3 bad decisions, 1/3 sore back, and the rest of it is held together by coffee and stubbornness. Seriously, the greatest award that I ever got stands out in my memory, and that being called a cowboy by those who really were. Greatest award I ever received. So I come from a long line of cowboys who bragged first and apologized never. And I was lucky enough to experience almost every type of cowboy and there is all over the state of Texas. And it's all different. Long about the mid-1960s, I first came to Houston County as a day hand with my older partner and learned to respect the special or custom conditions that cowboys of this area worked with. And I met a lot of solid working hands. When I first got here, one of them rode up to me real fast, realizing I was a young fella. And he yelled, "Boy, watch your hat." And I said, "Why is that?" And he said, "We got spiders out here big enough to take it away from you and wear it." And I think he was probably right. So today we stand here on a strong foundation of founders. And we're here today to consecrate more of the same, cowboy legends, with a monument befitting their lives and legacies. And some might say that a monument is a stubborn piece of truth planted in the dirt, a reminder that time may roll on like a cattle drive, but some things deserve to stand their ground. It's where memory refuses to fade, where legacy digs in its heels, and where a nation, a town, and a lone rider can look up and remember who they are.
Looking for powerful equipment at a price that works? Don't miss the tractor and heavy equipment sale at Greater Lufkin Auto Auction. May 9th at high noon, open to the public, with lightly used farm and heavy machinery ready to work when you are. Browse the inventory online and get ready to bid. Greater Lufkin Auto Auction. Big machines, bigger savings. Houston County, Texas is a lot of things. It's our amazing cities and towns, Davy Crockett National Forest, and our fields and streams. It's cattle and lumber, manufacturing and tech support. It's national brands and mom and pops. It's our churches and it's our schools. For many of us, Houston County is home. Come visit us and see for yourself what makes this place special. Houston County, first in Texas history, first in our heart.
Hey y'all, I'm Kendall Hickson with The Messenger, and I'm here at the Rodeo Queen Rodeo Gala, and I wanted to show y'all a few things that's going on around here. So right here is where we're serving food, and there's a lot going on. So back here, as you can see, is pretty busy, and we've been serving food all night, and then in the main room, we are having a concert.
I get weak in the knees and I lose my breath. Oh, I try to speak, but the words won't come.
Right here is a silent auction. Each of the Rodeo Queens contestants put a basket together, and we're trying to raise some money for the Rodeo King. And this is what we have going on.
So it's great to have you back, and you're about to give the crown over. What's it like being rodeo queen?
It's been so amazing. I love being able to represent the Crockett Lions Club and just be a part of all this. It's been so fun.
And any advice for whoever wins this year?
You just do your best, smile, wave, be a good example to those around you, and support your community.
So Edie, tell me how are you feeling tonight at the first rodeo gala?
I'm feeling pretty good. It's really fun. I'm very excited for tomorrow. And the music here is great. The food's great. It's just really fun.
Edie, tell me, what are you most worried about? Speeches or writing, or what's on your mind?
I'm not really too worried about anything. I'm pretty excited for everything.
So, well, tell me how you're feeling tonight at the first Rodeo Queen Gala.
I am so excited. This is so much fun, and I encourage everyone to come out, and we're going to have a great time.
Now, the competition's coming up. Are you nervous about riding, or what are you feeling?
I'm really pumped for this. I think that I'm really ready, and it's going to be a great year.
So, how are you feeling tonight at the first Rodeo Gala?
It's pretty exciting. It's something new, but interesting.
Well, riding, I think, is coming up soon. How are you feeling about the riding competition?
I'm excited and ready to do the horsemanship portion. That's my favorite.
So, Shelby, how are you feeling at your first official Rodeo Queen Gala?
I am so stoked for this because we just don't have this in Quincy, and I feel like this is going to be a really fun tradition.
How are you feeling about the riding competition coming up? Are you nervous?
I'm a little nervous, but I know that it'll go how it needs to go. Hopefully it goes pretty good. I've done a lot of practice on it, and I've really improved since last year, so hopefully I do pretty good.
I was going to ask you, since this is your second year, how are you feeling about the competition this year?
I was so excited because last year, literally me and my friends, the other teams were texting after and was like, I'm ready for next year. This year, it's just kind of like, I can't even say been there, done that, because there's so many new things and it's so exciting. I'm excited for it. And this is what we have going on at the Rodeo Gala. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this week's podcast.
My name's Rachel Thompson. I'm the assistant plant manager at Wahoo. I specialize in poultry rendering, and I wanted to grow, so I heard about Darling being a bigger rendering company, and I came here for the growth that it offers. Women in this industry have come a long way, and thanks to Darling, here we are. You know, we're taking over poultry and doing it right, so I love Darling.
You know, Kendall, I was thinking back a few years ago. I was still a single man, and I decided to buy a dog. And, you know, the thought was, you get the dog, you walk the dog in the park, girl comes up, says, oh, what a cute dog. You chat, you get her number, you maybe get a date with the girl, right? Didn't work out, though. It turns out the dog was using me to meet other dogs.
Oh, dear.
That's the kind of problems I had with this dog. And then I tried to mate her. That didn't work. She wanted 50 biscuits. Her favorite chewing bone is in my arm. I kept her, though, for a few years. I ended up giving her a name. In fact, you know what name I gave her?
What would that be?
Egypt.
Why is that?
Well, in every room, she leaves a pyramid.
Jeez. Oh, that's a good one. Thank y'all so much for watching this week's podcast. I hope you have a wonderful day and stay dry in this wet weather. Thank you.